A hub is a device that operates only in the physical layer. I have told that from the top application layer. No, hub can operate from the bottom layer, that is physical layer. That's why a hub is a physical connecting device that can operate in the physical layer to connect multiple devices in a network. A hub can connect multiple computer systems using a network in the physical layer, that is called as a hub. They are generally used to connect computers in a local area network. And a hub has many ports in it. A computer which intends to be connected to the network is plugged into one of these ports. When a data frame arrives at a port, it is broadcast to every other port. Of course, each and every system, means computer systems or computer system, should have a specific port with address. When a data frame arrives at a port, it is broadcast to every other port without considering whether it is destination or receiver for a particular destination or not. So this is called as a hub. It will not check whether that host is destination or not. Each and every systems in the network should be connected with proper, means with the specific ports and address. And also, signals that carry information within a network can travel a fixed distance before attenuation endangers the integrity of the data. Before transmitting, we are discussing in, dear students, you should understand that this is not a wireless, this is wired communication networking. Before transmitting any data, sender computer system should check whether the signal strength is good or not, signal strength is high or low. This is the second part. Signals that carry information. Of course, when you transmit the data, when you transmit any data, for example, if you want to send a good morning message to your one of your friend, then good morning will be converted into zeros and ones. That zeros and ones transmitting transmitting in the form of on and off. So 1 is on always, 0 is off only. In the timing signal, we have seen on and off signal equal on and off signal. That is only zeros and ones carrying information in the network. That's all. If you want to convert good morning message, GOOD, so G will be converted into zeros and ones, right? Binary form, right? And O is also converted into specific. The exact value will be there for Z, exact value will be there for any alphabetic information. So, and also 1, how to represent 1, 0 0 1, how to represent 2, 0 0 0 1 0, how to represent 3, 0 0 0 0 1 1, like that. So in the binary form, ASCII value, we will convert any alphabets or alphanumerical values into a digital form, zeros and ones. So that's why before transmitting any data, so we should check whether the signal strength in the network is good or, means good or low, means high, good high signal strength or low signal strength. So that is the second sentence. Signals that carry information within a network can travel a fixed distance before attenuation endangers the integrity of the data. The distance we should also calculate, means network can calculate whether that distance is sufficient to transmitting the data, depends on the cable length. Next, a repeater receives a signal and before it becomes too weak or corrupted, that is called as regenerates and retimes the original bit pattern. For example, repeater means repeatedly the data will be transmitting. In case if there is weak signal or the data will be corrected again, the sender from the buffer will transmitting the data to the destination. That is called as regenerates and retimes the original bit pattern. The repeater then sends the refreshed signal. Of course, if the communication path or the signal strength is low, again the repeater can retransmit the original data to the destination. In the past, when Ethernet local area network are using bus topology, a repeater was used to connect two segments of a local area network to overcome the length restrictions of the coaxial cable. Of course, here, so why repeater means if there is any data loss because of signal strength or corrupted data, again the repeater will regenerate and retimes the original bit pattern to the destination. So that's why repeater will connect to local more than any number of local area networks. Today, however, Ethernet in the advanced Ethernet protocol, Ethernet local area networks uses a star topology. In a star topology, a repeater is a multi-port device often called a hub. Student, please understand that what is a hub? Hub is a repeater. Hub is a multi-port device that can be used to serve as the connecting point and at the same time function as a repeater. So a hub is nothing but a repeater which is used for connecting more than two systems or any number of local area networks. Also we can connect together using a star topology. Understood? So a hub is nothing but a repeater. A repeater is a multi-port device. So hub is also a multi-port device. That's all. So a hub is a physical device which is used for connecting more than two computer systems, and it can operate in the physical layer. And a hub is nothing but a repeater. Repeater is nothing but if when sender transmitting to any data, so if there is any weak signal, so definitely the data will be lost. So in that case, the repeater or hub can resend the data, data retimes the original bit pattern to the destination from the receiver. So this is called as a hub. Don't be confused. Simple way. Hub is a physical connecting devices. It can operate in the physical layer. And also hub is nothing but a repeater is nothing but a multi-port devices which is used for connecting more than two port system using Ethernet local area network. So any number of local area networks also we can connect. For example, in our SPCE, we using hub we can connect computer science, information science, mechanical engineering, civil engineering with electronics and communication engineering department. That is called as a hub. Simple way. In this block diagram, what is hub? Let us see. For example, hub. So here A is a computer system, B is a computer system, C and D is a computer system. For example, if A wants to send the data, transmit the data to B computer system, C computer systems, and D computer system, how it will transmit the data? Let us discuss in the here. This black diagram shows that when a packet is nothing but a data set of data is called as a packet from station A to B arrives at the hub. The signal representing the frame is regenerated to remove any possible corrupting noise, but the hub forward the packet from all outgoing ports except the one from which the signal was received. So as I told you, in any networking, in any networking, only one receiver will be there, but any number of sender can be there. Any number of sender can be there, but only one receiver will be there in any one local area network or W wide area network, right? So here any number of sender will be there in this block diagram, but only one receiver will be there. That's all. In other words, the frame is broadcast. All station in the local area network receives the frame. Dear student, here in the first sentence, hub is used to remove any possible corrupting noise. Of course, if there is any unwanted signal is there while transmitting the data, hub can remove that corrupting noise, right? And also hub can forward the packet from all outgoing ports except one from which the signal was received, right? So only one receiver will be there. Any number of sender means sender computer system means host system can be presented in any network. The rest of the stations discard it, right? For example, here A computer system is sending data to B. So here C and D computer systems are discarded because A system knows what is the address, port address of B computer system. So that's why A, when A transmitting the data, definitely hub identify what is the address, what is the receiver address of the computer system from sender A computer system. So B as specific address, C as specific address, and D as specific address. So hub can check the signal strength, then hub can get the address of the receiver from a computer system, from a sender to which system it has to send the data. So it gets that information and it hub can forward that frame or data packet to that specific receiver. That's why in this block diagram C is discarded and D host or computer system is also discarded. So A is transmitting data to B. So A cannot transmit the data to C and D because hub knows that what is the specific destination address of the computer. So hub can forward the data from A computer system to B computer system. Here in this section we are discussing what are the functioning of a hub. That's it. A hub or a repeater is a physical layer. Of course, it can operate in the physical layer. So hub is also physical layer connecting device. Hub or repeater. They don't have a link layer address and they do not check the link layer address of the received frame. Of course, it can operate only in the physical layer. That's why link layer address will not be checking from the repeater or hub. They just regenerate the corrupted bits and send them out from every port. Of course, to if there is any data loss because of corrupted data or signal is weak, it can regenerate the data. Now repeater has no filtering capability. Of course, a repeater or hub, right? Repeater or hub has no filtering capability. A hub doesn't filter any capability. See, whatever the data transmit from the sender, same data, original data will forward to the destination. That's all. That's why a hub or repeater has no filtering capability. So this is the meaning. It will not filter any data packet or frame. So original whatever the data will be received from the sender, same data or packet will be forwarded to the destination system. That is called as a physical layer. Which one? Hub or repeater? Both are same, hub or repeater. So why hub is called as a repeater? For example, if signal strength is low and if any data is corrupted, again same data depends on the signal strength. Same data will be transmitting from sender to receiver. That's why hub is also called as a repeater. That's all. Now let us discuss link layer switches is same as a switch. In your syllabus they have mentioned switches. Switch is nothing but a link layer switches. Now let us discuss what is link layer switches. A switch is a data link layer networking. As I told you, a switch can operate in the first two layer, in the physical layer as well as in the data link layer. A switch is a data link layer networking device which connects any number of devices in a network and uses packet switching to send and receiving data over the network. Dear students, try to understand. A switch is also a physical connecting device. A switch is, but it can operate in data link layer and physical layer. That's why, but a higher layer we will consider. So first physical layer, next is higher level is data link layer. But a switch can operate in the first two layer, means physical layer as well as data link layer. That's why here I am telling you a switch is a data link layer data link layer networking device which connects devices in a network and uses packet switching. Of course, a hub will use only data or data frame, but specifically a switch can uses packet switching to send and receive data over the network. Like a hub, a switch also has many ports. Of course, each and every system should have a proper ports and port address to which computers are plugged in. However, when a data frame arrives at any port of a network switch, it verifies the destination address and sends the packet to the corresponding device. Of course, thus it supports both unicast and multicasting communication. Right. So a switch is a physical device. It can operate in both physical layer and also data link layer. So that's why a switch is called as a data link layer networking device. As a physical layer device, it regenerates the signal it receives. As a link layer device, the link layer switch can check the MAC address, medium access control address, source, both source and destination address contained in the frame. Right. So what is the filtering? Dear students, we have studied that in the hub there is no filtering. Means hub or repeater doesn't contain any filtering capacity, but switch can have filtering technique. What is filtering technique? Let us see. One may ask what is the difference in functionalities between a link layer switch and a hub. Right. So a link layer switch has filtering capability. Later, let us discuss what are the differences between switch and hub. Now, what is filtering? A link layer switch has filtering capability. It can check what is filtering. Let us discuss here. It can check the destination address of a frame and can decide from which outgoing port the frame should be sent. Right. A link layer switch as a table used in filtering decisions. Of course, there is no table. There is no table in the hub, but here in switch there is a table. So a table has filtering decisions. Let us discuss later what is a table and all in the next PPT. Now, in this example, table is there. Each and every port address will be storing in a switching table. In the right side, we are seeing that, right? And also, like a hub here, in place of hub here, a switch. So different address, port address we are seeing in a switch connected devices. For example, 71, 2B, 13, 45, 61 and 41 is the first port address of the device. Next to 71, 2B, 13, 45, 61, 42 is the second port address of the second device. Like that, C and D devices. For first one is A host, B host, C and D. There are four systems are connected using switch. Right here, for each and every device, port address is the specific port address we are seeing in the black diagram, right? So first, for example, 41 is say in port address I'm telling you 41, 42, 12 and 13. So here a system in the hub we have seen that a system wants to send the data packet to the B system is. So same thing in the same scenario, let us understand. Right now, example, in this black diagram, local area network with the four stations, we have four computer systems are connected to a switch. Using switch, four systems are connected. If a frame destined for station that is 42 port address means B computer system arrives at port 1 means from 41 to 42 transmitting data means the link layer switch consults its table to find the departing port. For example, in the right side, just you can observe switching table. So 41 address is related to port 1, 42 means 71, 2B, 13, 45, 61 and 42 port address is related to port 2. So here switch as a filter. I will tell you later. Don't be confused. Then according to its table, frames for 71 means second system B system, which has specific port address 71 2B 13 45 61 and 42 should be sent out only through port 2. Therefore, there is no need for forwarding the frame through other ports. Of course, like a hub only, here also whatever the data will be sending from port address 41 to this specific port address of B computer system. That's all. So switch can forward the data means packet from 41 address to 42. No need to forward the data packet from 41 to 12 or 13 means for other destination address. Only to that specific devices it will forward the data. Right. So conclusion is a link layer switch doesn't change the link layer medium access control address in a frame. In a address, link layer doesn't change the MAC address. MAC address should be same of the specific host system. So that's why. So in the hub we have not seen port address, but in the switch connected networking we are seeing each and every system should have specific port address using link layer. Now, what are the dear students please understand, a switch is a physical device which is used for connecting multiple computer systems, and it can operate in both physical layer as well as data link layer. So that's why a switch is a data link layer networking device. Please understand, hub is a physical layer networking device, but a switch is a data link layer networking device, but it can operate in both physical layer as well as data link layer. So upper level layer we will consider. That's why a switch is a data link layer networking device. So this is the difference between hub and link. I will tell you later what are the specific differences between hub and switches. Now, what are the different types of dear students, before discussing what is transparent switches and what are the different switches. So I will tell you briefly, I will tell you what are the differences between hub and switch. A hub can operate only in the physical layer, but a switch can operate in both physical layer as well as data link layer. That's why a switch is called as a data link layer networking technology in the OSI. Second difference between hub and switch, in the hub it is a non-intelligent network device that sends message to all ports. Of course, hub will not sends the data or message to all ports, but a switch, it is an intelligent network device because it has a filter, right? In a switch there is a filter. That's why it is an intelligent network device that sends message to selected destination ports, right? In hub, the third difference between hub and switch, in hub it primarily broadcast messages. Of course, only frame or data will transmit in a hub, but in switch it is supports unicast, multicast and also broadcasting in the switch. But in hub only primary data will be broadcast, but in switch unicast, multicast and broadcast. Already we have discussed what is unicast and multicast, right? Multicast and also broadcast options are there. Fourth difference, in hub transmission mode is off duplex. You should this is also one important difference between hub and switch. In hub only off duplex mode of the transmission is there in the hub, but in switch the transmission mode is full duplex. Of course, full duplex, usually any network can prefer full duplex only rather than half duplex, right? But in hub, half duplex is there, but in switch, full duplex mode of the operation is there, right? Other differences in the hub, data collision may occur during setup of transmission when more than one computers place data simultaneously in the corresponding ports at a time. If a hub connect multiple computer systems and all multiple computers mean n number of computer systems are ready to transmit the data, so definitely there is a data collision may occur. But in a switch collision duplex, of course a hub has half duplex mode, that's why data collision may occur. But in a switch system, there is a full duplex mode of operation is there, that's why it avoids data collision. So data, if there is no data collision, definitely the data will not be lost. So that's why in a switch full duplex is there, but in a hub half duplex is there, so data collision may occur. So these are the difference between hub and switch. Dear students, have you understood what are the differences between hub and switch?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Abba. If there is any doubt in the difference, please you ask me. So in simple way, I will tell you what are the difference between hub and switch. In simple way, please understand. Hub can operate only in the physical layer, but switch can operate in both physical layer as well as data link layer. Understood?
Yes,
And
sir.
good upper. Second main difference is in a hub. In a hub, there is a half duplex mode of operation, but in the switch, full duplex mode of operation, data transmission mode of operation is there in the switch, right? In a hub, because of half duplex, data collision may occur, but in a switch, because because of the full duplex, data collision can avoid in the switch. So these are the main differences between hub and switch. Please you remember at least these three differences between hub and switch. That's all. So next class I will discuss with you what are the different types of switches are there in the computer communication network.